any content, we have a reason for writing it. Supposing, let me say, if you want to write an article, if you want to publish an article, are you into publishing articles? Anybody? Are you into any kind of writing? Any of you? Any one of you? Are you into writing?
Yes, ma'am.
That's wonderful. So
Quotes, ma'am.
you write quotes, quotations.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you have a reason for writing it, isn't it? Reason is objective, the idea
Yes.
behind it. So whatever we write, we have an objective behind it, and then it is client based. Here you write it for, is it for your own personal satisfaction, or do you write to sell it to some buyer? For whom do you write it?
Ma'am,
Who's
for now, I write for myself, ma'am. I don't know.
yeah.
I don't have much idea about selling those things.
Okay, there are certain sites which even buy things like that, like advertisements. You know, they are based on some taglines. Okay, you know, there are certain when you watch an advertisement, it comes with a tagline. So those taglines are written by people like you. You know, the people, they write things, and they bid for it, and they get paid for that. So I mean, whatever content we write, they have an objective. There's a reason behind what we write, and the client base. That means who is the person with whom you're doing the business. Now, according to your client, you try to do the work keeping an objective in mind. Any doubts still here? Anybody, please? Any doubts? Is
No,
everything
ma'am.
clear? Right. Okay. If you have, please, you can ask me. And then how do we use this? When it comes to content writing, how do we actually use it? It is done for informational or marketing purposes. You know, if you want to inform somebody something, like for example, blog posts, they are written mostly, they're informal mostly, blog posts. You know, you people belonging to a kind of generation which is very fast. You know, for me to understand, I need to go a little deeper, and then I need to, because we are not into it, we are stepping into it. But when it comes to your generation and then the upcoming generations, they are born with these things. Okay, they understand them very well. So when it comes to blogs, they're informal. There are people, many people who have blogs. They have vlogs also, they have blogs also. Blogs are written kind of thing, written text. But then when it comes to vlogs, vlogs, they're blogs. There are many people who are posting blogs in YouTube, and they're earning millions of rupees. So you can it is sometimes done for giving some information. If I pick for a blog, if supposing it is related to some research, I mean, we have a group blog. You know, all the research scholars, we all have a blog. What we do is we post some information related to research, which is related to our English language teaching, our area of study. So I posted something, if I get come to know something else, and then if even if I have some doubt, I post in my question over there. Or if I know, if somebody is asking something, I post an answer from my end, whatever I feel relevant. So these are all blogs, are informal to a certain extent, and then they are for information, passing on information to people. Okay, you have blogs for food items, you have blogs for research, you have blogs for photography, you have blogs for different areas. You can also start a blog of your own if you are interested, and then you can add all your classmates, and then you can keep in touch with what is going on in a particular area. You can do that. And then you also can write articles. I don't know, when it comes to graduation level and your first year students, mostly when it comes to higher grade students, I mean, third year, second or third year students, and mostly professional the students who go for professional courses, you know, they actually they go for publishing articles in different magazines, journals. You know, they present papers. So they are research based. They could be like that, and they can also be newspaper articles. We can also talk about it. They are for passing information to the people. Certain press releases, you can say. And then email newsletters means, you know, if somebody wants to sell his product. Okay, so what they do is, through emails, they send bulk emails to many people. So he would try to advertise it so that you go through his material, you go through his contents, you try to understand what he develops or makes, and then if you are okay with it, you can purchase or you buy those services, or he'll get business through you. He'll have bulk emails and he'll send to them. And there could be ebooks also. Ebooks also come under content writing. All the books which are lying in the library, there would be people who are made to type this, and then they are in the form of PDFs available in the net, so you can go through them. They are ebooks. And then website content like Wikipedia and all the different sites, once you click in Google, all those come under website content. So all these come under, not these, there are many other things which I've just given a piece of it. There are many things like white papers are there. Uh, there are many kind of things, many things which come under content writing. So all these help us in even earning money, learning and also earning money. Both the ways they're going to help us. Okay, so let us move to the next page, shall we?
Ma'am, your screen is not visible, ma'am.
It's not visible.
It's completely black.
Okay, I don't know what's wrong. I can see it here. Okay, but I didn't stop share. It is still shared. It is
Ma'am,
still
you
there.
you stop it and again
Okay, I'll just
try
do
to do
that.
it
The
again.
thing is, I'm doing it from college, and then maybe that it is not
Oh yeah,
supporting well.
I
So
see.
I actually didn't carry my laptop, so I'm facing a problem here. I'll just share it again. I'll stop sharing. You're able to see now, everyone?
It's
Yes, ma'am.
opening.
Again, it's black, ma'am.
Okay. Will it be okay if I just explain you then?
Yes, ma'am.
There
Unless
are
unless if it has got something. Otherwise, can you share the link with I mean the PPT or
hmm,
even on the WhatsApp? I will see if I can share the video. I mean
okay,
the window.
okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Just give me a second.
Yes,
But
ma'am.
let us not waste time. I'll just give you the things. So it's opening now again. It didn't open. I think you are not able to see, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am. It's not visible.
Okay. So I'll share the PPT anyways. Bharti madam, I'll share it. You
Yeah.
can share it with the students.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
later on. They're all bulleted things here. Stakes for developing good content. Now, what stakes in the sense, the things which are required for developing good content. If you want to write a blog, or if you want to write an article, anything it could be. It could be scripting a video. The video is what we see. You see script. You think, do you think who has written it? It is people like you only. You or I or somebody who is into content writing. If you can search in the Google for jobs like that, you can also come across the people who are asking for video content writers. Okay, so you can depending on that, let us just see what are the different things which are required for developing good content. There are four different aspects which come under that. First is editorial, second is tone or style, third is creativity, and fourth one is client brief. Okay, so I'll be talking about all these four individually. Okay, so if I have to talk about editorial, any idea what could be editorial? Anybody?
Editing, ma'am. Based on editing.
No, it's not editing. Editorial means it is related to language. The language what we use. Whenever we have to write a blog or article, we require language. That is the base. Okay. So you should be looking into the language. I mean, the kind of what I say. When you are writing something, the sentences and all that, the paragraphs, whatever you're picking up, what kind of language you're going to use there. So you should be very specific about that. And the grammar, when I talk about grammar, who are your audience? Depending on that, you have to choose simple sentences or complex sentences. You have to choose accordingly. You cannot write in whichever way you want, because you have to listen to your boss, I mean the person who is actually giving you the business. So according to them, keeping the audience in mind, you have to choose the grammar. And then vocabulary also, you can go for jargon, we call it register or jargon. Register or jargon means every subject has its own terminology, so you have to follow that terminology. You cannot use simple terms. If it is an article, you cannot use complex kind of things if it is a simple blog. So depending on that, you have to choose the linguistic part of it. Okay, so I hope I'm clear here. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. The next is tone or style. When we talk about tone or style, depending on the end receiver, I mean the person who is actually giving you the work, or the person who is going to read it, you have to see that it is very professional. The language what you choose should be very professional, and it should be corporate like, and it should be very flowery in the sense it should be very attractive to the people should like to read. If you pick up a book or something, or a newsletter or a brochure, sometimes we don't feel like looking at it if it is not good, if the content is not organized properly, if the language is not good, if there are mistakes in that. So see that you have to see that it is very professional. It should be corporate like, and the level of vocabulary what you are using should be according to the target audience. So who are your audience? So depending on that, are they common people? Or who is the target audience? For whom are you writing this? So you have to keep that always in mind, and then you keep once you keep them in mind, you will be able to do justice in your writing. Okay, so that's about the tone what you need to keep in mind. And then the next one is after yeah.
Great.
So going back. Yes. Then when it comes to the third aspect, I think I told you creativity. So creativity here, can you just tell me what exactly you mean by creativity here? Any idea what is creativity? The third aspect under the stakes is creativity. So what is creativity?
The way a person speaks,
Yeah.
I mean, the
Yes.
way he thinks.
Yes. So creativity. Yeah, you're not clear.
Thought process, ma'am.
Our thought process. Yes. So here creativity means when it comes to content writing at the professional end, we are talking about content writing at the professional end. So the content should be very creative. It should be very attractive. It should be something, we say out of the box thinking, we say. So it should not be a general kind of thing. It should be
It should
something
be something different and usual.
different. Yes. You should use, like supposing if I say, if it is website content writing, the jargon what you use there, that should be used. Not many of adjectives are expected to be used there because adjectives are something which you are trying to describe something over there, describe something about, or trying to exaggerate something. It should not be like that. When it comes to jargon, excuse me, the specific words which are required for that particular topic should be used. You should not use something which is not relevant to that. And then you have to state facts. If it is website content, Wikipedia, if you take one example, Wikipedia, it's a website content. Okay. So you have to show facts there. You cannot pick and write whatever it comes to your mind. You have to be very clear, because people are going to read it, and if there's anything wrong there, they will try to comment over there, give reviews. So when you are writing something for the web content, you should be very, very careful, because many people go through that. Worldwide people read it. So it should be based on facts. And then avoid fluff. Okay, fluffy language we say. Any idea about fluffy language? Fluffy language is not clear, it is not crisp, it is not catchy. It is a bit confusing. I'll give you, because I'll be running out of time. So I would really enjoy, interact, making the students interact. So today, I don't have much time so that I can involve you people. But then if you have questions, I invite it even after session. I mean, I'll answer you. It's not that our journey begins here and ends after the session. Bharti madam, I am there. If you have anything which the students want me to clarify, you can take the questions. You can forward. I'll talk to them. They can
Yes, ma'am.
stay connected. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
because time is a constraint, and then I prepared for 1 hour, because if I'll be very happy to involve the students, but if I start involving, maybe we'll go on for 1.5 hours. My buses will not wait for me.
Oh, yes.
So
Yeah.
so
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
So fluffy language means, let me give you a few examples. Like if I say uh, the quantity of the product was not good enough. The quantity of the product, quality of the product was not good enough. I hope I'm clear in my language to everybody. I'm asking after half of the session.
The language that doesn't make any sense, ma'am. Got
Yeah.
it?
Which one? This particular
Like
sentence you mean to say?
avoid stuff. Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah. Yeah.
When we
Now,
try to explain it, should be clear.
yes, I'm giving a sentence here. Try to tell me whether, I mean, I'll tell you the sentence, and I'll give you a group of words which can be replaced with some other word. You should try to tell me which word you can use it instead of a lengthy presentation of your idea. The sentence what I'm giving you here is, the quality of the product was not good enough. The quality of the product was not good enough. So instead of not good enough, is there any other word which you can use? I'll give you the example. I'll give you the sentence. The word here, it is substandard. The quality of the product was substandard. Okay. So instead of saying was not good enough, you can simply say substandard. Okay. You can simply call it to be a substandard one. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. I'll give you a few more examples here. Very good. Mostly we say very good, very old, okay, very fast, okay, more faster. We use these words. Mostly, I picked up the words, mostly what the students use. Okay. So instead of very good, what could be the word which we can use? Very beautiful, you say. Okay. Very beautiful is elegant. Very good is excellent. Very old is ancient. More faster, you can avoid more. Faster is enough. Okay. Free gift, free gift is itself free. Why should you add free there? Okay, it's not, it's redundant. These words come under redundant. You're not supposed to use them. You say added bonus. Bonus itself is an added amount. Now there is no need of added there. So that is, such kind of things are called to be fluffy in their presentation. So we should avoid things like this, because when you are writing content for the professional means, then you have to be very specific about the sentences what you construct, the vocabulary what you use there. It should be very precise and very brief and to the point. It should be very crisp. It should be clear and catchy. It's always said, less words, more power. Okay, very beautiful is very elegant. You need not say very beautiful. Now come out of that simple presentation, come to little higher, a step ahead of where you are. That would make it sound very good. Okay, is it clear? Hello.
Yes, ma'am. It's clear.
Right. So, this Google Meet doesn't show anybody. So that makes me feel I am the only one there in the class and nobody else with me. You are able to see the PPT now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. It's
Right,
very, very
right.
visible. Yeah.
Okay, right. And then let us go to the next one. Creativity with, okay, let us go to the previous one. One point I missed it out there. Creativity with
Presentation.
presentation than words. Okay, you should try to be very good at your presentation. We may have a lot of knowledge, but then we fail in presenting our knowledge. When I've been to an institution, he said, "Madam, there are so many people, a pile of applications I have, but they don't know how to present their own selves. That they have not their knowledge is not coming out because I am not able to understand. They're not able to present themselves. So presentation matters a lot when you speak and even when you write. If the presentation is not good, then you will not be able to make that impression what you have to. When it comes to content writing, there's a lot of competition, and because of pandemic, people have come out and then they are trying to venture into different things. Content writing is one of the area which people are, and they have already entered. You will be surprised. There's a 12-year-old child who is earning thousands of bucks just by writing content. So there are people doing it. We do not know how to. But the technology is one thing. If you use it in a wrong way, you kill the time. You use it in a right way, you don't kill the time. You learn, you earn money. You'll be there's a 12-year-old girl. I'll share the picture of that girl with Bharti madam. She'll show you. You'll be surprised to see such people. Okay, and a 15-year-old girl, 12-year-old girl, they're earning 30,000. They are earning per month minimum. We are not able to earn it. Pandemic, it was not possible. Without jobs, they are earning. So that's the case. Okay, let us go for the next one. Next page. When it comes to creativity, if I take another area of it, article writing, it should be creative in the beginning, engaging rather than mundane. Mundane means normal. It should not be normal. When you write an article, articles are research based, so you can't take them for granted. They should be very creative. It should not be mundane. Mundane means it's a regular kind of a normal document. It should not be like that, but rather it should be very creative in the beginning, so that you get the attention of the audience towards you and they get engrossed in your writing. They should be attracted towards you. Keeping it interactive. When you read something, the one which is interactive enters into your mind. If it is not interactive, it doesn't enter into your mind because you'll not understand it. I'll give you one example. I read Robin Sharma's books. I read Dan Brown's books. I read Reader's Digest. There's one book, Technical Communication by Ashraf Rizvi. These books, they're very interactive. I like reading it. I didn't leave even a single page from Rizvi because from the forward he writes it so beautifully that you don't feel like, you feel that maybe I miss out something if I don't read the forward. So I even read that. It's like that. When you write a page also, you should connect with the audience. You should, like, when they are reading that, they should feel that you are talking to them. It should be like that. It's an art actually. It should be it can be acquired after practice. It is not something which we can do it just like that, but then it is through practice. Okay, and then I'll tell you what you're supposed to do. And then it should be unique and fresh over trite. It should not be something which already somebody has given it out and then you are doing it as a second handed one. No, it should be unique. It should be something people should feel that, yeah, this I'm coming to know about this for the
For the
first
first
time.
time.
It's so interesting, it's so good, it's so new. It should be like that. Then only people like it. And you have to use quotations. Quotations create lot of impact. When I've written my research document, in every page there is one quotation. Like that it is. Okay, that they make lot of impression. Let us go for the next slide now. Okay, and then if it is a sales communication material content, if it is sales, like brochures are sales related, mailers, flyers, newsletters, flyers, the things people prepare when they have a program and then they distribute it to people. Newsletters, they could be a 3-page document till some 30 to 50 pages also sometimes they are newsletters. They print the regular activities. If supposing your college prints a newsletter, okay, in our college wherever I used to work, they publish a newsletter every year. So what all happened in every department, in every area, with pictures we publish it so that people come to know about the activities which are going on in the college. Okay, they will also include certain articles, certain write-ups of the students write poems, students write some stories, or some content they share from their end, something which is creative, it gets its place into that. So if when you write that, you should be objective oriented than language oriented. Objective oriented means I cannot write in whichever way I want to. It is there is an objective. You have to meet with the objective. For whom are you writing? Newsletters are for getting publicity. If people should come to know what is happening. Okay, this college, these many things have happened. Okay, this is really good. Students are also involved. Okay, they are made, this, look at the content, it is so good. That means that the faculty or teachers over there, they're very good. So you're passing some positive impression about the institution to the people who are looking at it. So like that, it should be objective oriented, and then understand the context. Why are you writing this? Try to understand the context and then choose the content. And know your target audience. This is always there. Use reference points to benchmark content. That means from where you have picked up, you should also certain times, if you are picking up from somewhere, do mention about it. And then check your tonal, whether you want to be formal or informal. Accordingly you do that. And you have to play with the language. It's not in language, it is with language. With language is in the sense, the language whatever you use, language is something which you can explore and then write it, mend it, present it in different ways. So you play with language. And no fluff. I already told you what it is. Okay, let us go for the next one quickly. And then client brief. Client brief is something. Now if supposing I imagine that I'm working with a client, and I'm working with a let me say, with a person who makes me write articles. Okay, so he tells me on what topics I have to write articles, on what topics I have to publish articles, and what is my limitation, how many words I have to write there, do I have to add a picture over there, what am I supposed to do? He gives me certain benchmarks. I have to keep all those things in mind, and then I have to do it. Okay, so you that is client brief. That means what he tells me, according to that I have to do it. Okay, and then we can also say, if supposing you open Amazon or Flipkart. Okay. So there, if you want to buy a product, they will give you certain specifications. So in a brief manner they give. So all those come under this, right? And then used for blog posts, website content, social media posts. Depending on your client. Client is the owner, the your boss. According to him, you have to do it. Okay. Let us go for the next one. I have only 5 minutes, it seems. Then adding value. How do you add value to the content? Okay. uh, Client brief, if there is little confusion, I'll try to talk about it. But client brief is, if supposing I'm your boss and you are an employee working under me, and then I want to write my blog, so I'll tell you what you have to write, and then I'll tell you this is the limitation, write 1,000 words per day, and then add these particular pictures into that, and then try to give this particular font. So I'll give you certain specifications. You have to meet with those specifications and do it. Now, how do you add value to the content? Make your content distinctive. That means it should be something unique, something different. And you have to do research. You cannot write easily. If for writing, you have to become a good reader, otherwise you cannot write, and after over a period of time it happens, otherwise it's not possible. And movement of content means, it is like what do you say, flow of content, how the content you are presenting over there, the logical way of presenting your content, how you are presenting it, that you should try to understand. And then it can be simple sometimes. If it is blog, the language is going to be simple. If it is not a blog, the language is going to be complex. Articles and website content and all that, the language should be complex. And then usage of headings and pointers, it's very important. Usage of jargons is important. Let us go for the next slide now. Okay. And then how do you hone your skills? That is, you have to be a good reader. I mean, you have to read a lot. If you really want to become a good writer, you should be a good reader, because whatever you write, it depends on the knowledge what you have. That knowledge is acquired through reading only. The more you read, you will be able to understand and absorb the things, and then only you will be able to write. Otherwise, writing is a very complex skill. It cannot be acquired just like that. It is not a magic at all. Let us go for the next one. Okay. Now, what should you read? The books on common errors, because when you write, you should not make common errors. Go through business magazines, articles and stories, website content. You have to go through all these things. And other than this, read something which you love to read. Don't read something which you have a fear to read. When you catch it, you catch the textbook, you feel, if I don't read this, I'll get 0 marks in this, and you read it with fear. No, no, not like that. Read something which you love reading. Okay, such things you pick up, because those things you'll be able to retain for a long time. And the Stephen King says, if you want to be a writer, you must do two things above all others: read a lot and write a lot every day. At least write journal every day, whatever has happened. Do that, but then you have to write something. Okay, that's how you can pick up your writing. Let us go for the next one. Okay, how do you create killer content? You should have a strong beginning, breaking of content, and the content should be very insightful. Okay, so let us go for the next one. Now, how the strong beginning should be? It should be, the beginning should be always motivating. It should grab the attention of the audience towards you. They should get engrossed. Okay, if the beginning is so good, then maybe there's something very beautiful if I go a little ahead into the content. And then put the bait here. That means you try to, pull them here and then make them get attracted towards it, and then let them go through it. And it should be persuasive. When you write articles, when you write blogs, when you write so many other things like vlogs or all those things, the main intention is to convince the people, make them believe whatever you are writing. So that is persuasion, and it should be informative. You should be able to give information to the people, and it should create thought. It should create a thought process in your mind. That's how we understand things, and it should engage the audience. Okay, let us go for the next one. Okay, breaking of content. Yeah, when you are writing, try to break the content and present it in a systematic order, in a logical sequence, so that there is something called coherence and cohesion devices, what Bharti madam might have already told you while teaching you language. Okay, let us go for the next one. Okay, insightful content is, it's informative, value added, opinionated, and personalized, and well researched. Opinionated is when you're writing a blog or an article, you will not simply write what somebody else has written. You will also try to give your understanding. You try to analyze it and present it what you think about it. You may not say that it is according to me. I want to say this. In my opinion, I would like to present it in this way, something like that. You can present it, and then personalize it, and it should be well researched. Without doing proper research, you cannot venture into things like that. Okay, let us go for the next one. Optimize your skills. When it comes to optimization of your skills, work within your limitations. Use the right words at the right time. Edit your text. Understand the subject, theme, and business. So these you have to do. This I already talked about. When work within your limitations is, try to understand the objective, and try to understand what is expected from you, and within that limitations, if you have certain limitations, it's very good, but if you are not given limitations, it becomes difficult for us. So keeping the limitations in mind, you try to do it, and then use the jargon, what I said, register or jargon we call it. Use the specific words, the precision, maintain precision there, and edit it, and understand the subject, theme, or the business. Why are you writing? For whom are you writing? For what purpose you are writing? If you are clear about it, then that would be fine. Now let us go for the next one. Do's and don'ts of content writing. You have to remain professional. That's very, very important. And take complete ownership of your project. If you take ownership of your project, you write it for your own satisfaction. You would not write it for your boss. You write it so that you feel happy about it. So take ownership, and don't overdo it. Okay, don't try to, if you overdo it, it becomes very clumsy, and you also may not like it. Do it accordingly, and do practice content writing. You have to do that. Don't plagiarize. If you plagiarize, people catch it, because these days everything is
CC.
digitalized and people catch it. So do not plagiarize. Do keep your content writing updated. Don't repeat yourself. Okay, let us go for the next one. Yeah, these are the sites. As per the sites are concerned, I will send you. And then to become a content writer, you have to keep a good portfolio of yours, right? You can write in media, you can write in LinkedIn, you can post some articles into that. Whatever you want to, small things also, try to post it in LinkedIn or Facebook. Let people see, because Facebook is something, the metaverse which is coming up, people watch it extensively, so they understand you. Freelancers is also one of the site where you can register yourself. Upwork is one of the site where you can register yourself. There are many sites, there are n number of sites. So to attract these people, you have to register yourself, and then start creating a good portfolio of yourself. Start writing something, start posting in your Facebook site, start posting in your LinkedIn sites. Start doing that, so that people understand you. Okay, through that, because when you apply for something, you can also share that whatever you have written in LinkedIn or Facebook. That adds that as a positive thing for you. Okay, and then next one, I hope we are done with this. You are not writers but communicators. If a writer is always a communicator, they are not just writers. Because when I've written books, I just wanted to communicate something, give some knowledge to the students. And I'm very sorry for rushing like this. I didn't wanted to do this like this. That is why I asked Bharti madam, can we have it little early? But I also had little trouble here, because camera was not there, the drivers were installed, and then it has taken some time. I was not sure whether I'll be able to conduct it today. My daughter is coordinating with me from the house in showing the PPT, because from here I'm not able to do it.
Okay.
Anoshka is my daughter. She's sharing the PPT slides from my house. I am presenting it from here. It's like that. And thank you so much for this, for your patient listening. And I am not satisfied, because I feel I should have done it in a much better way. I can
Ma'am,
do it in a much better way.
no, ma'am. I will definitely see if I can invite you once again for a bigger platform. This is a class level event which I'm conducting right now. I will
Yes.
I will try and see if I can give you a better slot in the time, so that we will be able to give it for the larger set of students in our college. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much. And then I would like to have my feedback, because I want to know, because I am a person who would likes to know positives more of negatives than positives, because I want to grow, I want to learn, because I'm always a learner all through my life. We teachers are
Yes, ma'am.
like that.
Girls, you can open up, speak out, and try to ask whatever you would like to know. And what is that which you liked in ma'am's uh, lecture? Okay, and the way she has shared. Ma'am, at the outset, it is you had gone a little faster. Maybe for
Yes,
us it's
yes.
fine, but for maybe for students it's
Students, I know. The thing is,
okay.
my people are showing me They're all packed up and the buses are about to move.
Oh,
They're
yeah, yeah.
looking at me.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am,
That's the problem.
then I think I will not stop you for a question answer session. Instead, I will ask, I will take these questions from my
From
students
the
and also ask
students,
you.
yes, you can post them to me.
Sure.
I'll be very happy to answer them.
Oh,
And
yes.
thank you so much. I thank all the students for their patience listening and then bearing. I know that I rushed because, time is a constraint. I didn't
No
want it to
problem.
stop in
No
the middle
problem.
and then break it in the middle.
Yes, ma'am.
And I thank you so much, Bharti madam. Thank
Thank
you.
you,
Thank you, ma'am.
madam. Thank
Thank
you
you
very
all.
much.
Thank
Thank you
you
so
so
much.
much,
Yeah,
ma'am.
Yeah.
yeah.
Take
Thank you,
care all.
ma'am.
Have a great evening. Bye then.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
ma'am.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Have a
Bharti
nice
madam, I'm
evening.
leaving. Thank you so
Oh,
much.
yes, ma'am. You
Yeah.
can
Bye,
leave.
ma'am.
Bye, Mahima.
Yes, girls. Though it was a short session, ma'am has really covered so much. Anushka, thanks a lot, Anushka, for helping mom and also, I think she's left. Fine.
I'm
Yes.
there, ma'am.
You're there? Okay, okay. Yeah. So it was a nice session, and frankly speaking, in a very short notice, ma'am had really made it possible to conduct a session for our students. And
But ma'am, it's understandable, ma'am. Like we can understand it, even though it was fast. It's
yes,
we are able to understand it.
yes, yes, that's a good thing, Mahima.
Yeah, because even if she was running out of time, she didn't leave any topic. She
Anything,
explained
yeah, that's what.
everything.
That's a
That's
beauty. That's a beauty of an expert, Mujiba. Yeah. And girls, whatever doubts you have, okay, if you have any doubts, take this content writing as your passion. If any of you are, many of you have stated that this is your passion, okay, you can as well do it by taking it forward with the tips ma'am has given. And if you have any doubts, if you want to make it a passive income for you, okay, it just come out with what is that you have doubts, what is that which is a hiccup for your moving towards your passion, okay, making a passive income. Try to come out. I will take your questions and also give it to ma'am so that she will be in a position to answer your questions. Okay, and ma'am has also told that there are two little girls with 12 and 15 years of age who are able to do lot of money making out of this content writing. Okay, we can visualize anything. You can look at any kind of a situation and try to create or build a content writing for that matter. Okay, only thing is we have to be very passionate and also very systematic in doing it. Whatever are your doubts, you please feel free to share it with me in the class group so that I will share it to ma'am at by today. Okay, all of you, yes. Okay. And anything else, girls, you wanted to speak?
ma'am, you also write, right, ma'am?
Oh,
So,
me,
yeah,
myself.
yeah, ma'am.
Yes, yes. I write Sneha, and I contribute articles for more than 5 to 6 websites, and I write for various I used to write for magazines also earlier, but now because everything has gone into online, I'm doing it on the online only right now. Okay, but I wanted an expert to come and speak to you because everything doesn't sound okay with the same person again and again, isn't it? So it's
Yes,
nice.
ma'am. This session is very good.
Yes. So ma'am
Ma'am,
is an expert in this field. That's why I wanted her to come and speak.
ma'am, please
Yeah.
do share your writings, ma'am. We would love
Sure,
to.
sure. Oh yes, I will share. I'll share the links with all
Yeah,
of
ma'am.
you. No
Yeah,
problem.
thank
No
you, ma'am.
problem. Yeah. Yes.
Ma'am, worksheet by evening we should submit, ma'am. Yesterday you have shared at night.
I didn't get you, Meghna.
Yesterday you have shared now, ma'am, worksheet too. Yesterday,
Yesterday I shared. What did I share?
Activity two, ma'am.
Oh
activity
yeah,
two.
activity sheet you have to complete it by today.
Yeah,
Okay,
ma'am. By
submit it
two,
by
by now, by the
yeah,
evening means night.
by evening. Yes, and girls, all of you have submitted your business cards also. At least few of you, or last class, many of them have submitted. Last batch, I mean to talk. Okay, if you are able to design a 2-minute video about your product, your kind of details, Okay, please share such kind of a video of your business model which you have which you are promoting, so that it will be promoted in the entire college. Okay, so that will reach out. It will be posted even in the college website, and we will share it in the college drive and other things. Okay, whoever is able to do, if all of you are able to do, it's well and good. Okay? Yeah.
But then it will be imaginary, no, ma'am. Like, it's like dream business, no, ma'am.
Oh yeah, some of them have given the imaginary card, some of them are really doing their business. Okay, depending upon what is your kind of a business model, accordingly you can share that. Yes.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. Girls, just wait for another 5 minutes. I'll finish off with your attendance. Okay.